and welcome to Off the Tracks. Big discussion in this video. We're going to be talking everything about the Universal Studios in Great Britain. Well, is it coming? Is it not coming?
Who knows? Who knows?
I mean, it's exciting from what I've heard. It looks very promising that it's happening. Overall, I think it'd be an incredible investment for the UK tourism and stuff like that.
It really will, and especially when there's other parks also announcing that they're wanting to build in the UK as well as Universal. This is promising for the future of UK theme parks, I think.
Do you think other parks are...
Well, there is already one just been announced, Puy de Fou. Puy de Fou is a French theme park,
right?
And they're a little like show theme park. Basically, they just do shows and they're like medieval and stuff. And they're one of the most visited theme parks in Europe, but nobody really knows about it, like from the UK. And they're building one just outside of Bicester. They showed the plans yesterday, day before.
I had no idea.
2029, and that having that and having Universal together, boom!
I'll tell you what. Because we've had many conversations on Off the Tracks live, and
yeah,
to be fair, sometimes because we had that London Resort vibe where it was coming to town and everyone was getting really excited, and then before you know it, it's just like boom, gone, and everyone, even I was gutted about it, and then obviously now with this whole Universal, they've kind of gone that one step further. Now they've gone through government. Speaking of government, now this here, I think this was like 6 days ago, or it could be a week ago.
No, it was yesterday.
Was it yesterday?
Oh, well, as I was filming today, we are filming this on Thursday, the 30th of January.
Yeah, so
basically the Chancellor announced stuff and didn't mention Universal Studios, but it was brought up in Parliament.
Right, that's right, yeah. So this is what they had to say.
Speaker, plans for a Universal Studios theme park resort in Bedfordshire is a huge opportunity to drive economic growth and private sector investment. What progress is being made, and when does the government expect discussions with Universal Studios to conclude?
He knows, because we've had several discussions about this, that I can't enter into the precise details of the negotiations, but they are going well. I'm very hopeful that this will be absolutely transformational for the British tourist industry if we manage to pull it off, and I'm sure he'll be urging everybody to cooperate.
Listening to that, and the smiles on his face, right? They all want this happening.
I think they're a lot further in talks than we actually think
100%.
they are, because I think Universal have been in talks with the UK government for a lot longer than we think. We know there has been rumours for years that Universal are wanting a European park. There was rumours that they were going to take over Portaventura again. From the rumours, the rumours were about whether they were going to take over that, and then out of nowhere, this park and the plans for this park came out.
I mean, they bought the land.
I'm saying end of 23, early 24.
Yeah, because they bought 500 acres. I did read it 400, but then I read a bit further and it's 500 acres, which I'm assuming that, are they going to have like a water park? Oh, that'd be amazing.
But the thing is, right, from my understanding, what will happen first, we will get a first gate park, a normal Universal Studios park, with a city walk and the hotel, like there's been stated, and a car park. That's originally what's planned and what we're probably going to get first. There is land around the back, which is double the size of the normal site. This park, the land, to put in perspective, the land that they bought for this is like 2-3 times the size of Universal Orlando.
That is mad.
Because that resort is huge anyway.
It is huge.
But the size of the park, the first park they're looking at building, is looking to be about the same size as Universal Studios Beijing, which is the largest like single park, I think. Don't quote me on that, okay?
Right.
But the size of this land's going to be massive. I wouldn't be surprised if this goes well and the first park does well. We're not saying it's not going to do well. I wouldn't be surprised in the next 10 years after that's open, we get a second gate park.
It's so exciting.
Yeah, it's just mad. They've bought land to expand. You can clearly see that. And it's the same with Epic Universe. The amount of land they bought for Epic Universe is unreal as well. And like they know what they're doing.
Oh yeah, they're built for the future.
Unlike Disney are just not really investing into new parks.
No.
They just keep updating the old parks and not building new ones, apart from Shanghai Disneyland that we had a few years ago. Oh God, well, it's over 5, 6, 7 years ago now. We haven't really seen major investment from Disney, so Universal doing this, I think, is probably a win-win on their situation.
I just mad the fact of they've chosen Great Britain. I mean, it's so.
I think the land is like perfect location because
Bedford is.
Yeah, because it's like they said, it's the most easily connected place across the whole
100%.
country. You've got London an hour to the south. You've got Birmingham probably an hour and a half up to the north, and Manchester probably 2.5 hours. It is very easily connected by motorways. It's just off the M1. Okay, the rail network is being expanded. It's already been announced yesterday in government that the plans for the new railway between Oxford and Cambridge will be going ahead. And that does include Bedford. So,
me knowing people in the railway industry when I used to work there, I know that there've not been many talks about it, but however, there have been not concrete talks, that is, but there has been a lot of chatter on investments of extending railway systems and stations and stuff.
Because there's two rail networks. What's called either side of the plot of land. You've got a local railway network, which apparently the main station on the site of that is closing. Yeah. So and then you got Thameslink on the other side, which will be easy connections from London as well. So I'm still.
I think this is going to happen.
It's going to happen. Like,
I don't understand how you can. Buy a plot of land and then not do anything with it.
But the thing is, right, I think Universal have really been waiting for a few factors before they go ahead with the offer. I think the main option was because of the UK general election last year. Yeah. They don't want to go ahead with an offer with one government and then move over to the next government.
Which makes sense.
Makes sense. So I think waiting to July last year when the new government came in, that makes sense. Second of all, I think they're wanting to grasp really what the local people want and whether they want it first. And I've never seen a big corporation like this want as much public feedback as they want.
I know.
And the response has been mentally...
Wasn't it in its 90s or 80s?
Yeah,
in April?
90 or 80% yes.
Crazy.
And that's mad. For like, normally when theme parks are built, we've got people that are complaining about why are trees that tall and why we can't build above it. Do you get what I mean?
It's exciting, mate.
It's exciting.
It is exciting. However, though, you did a post on Instagram.
Yes, I did do a post on Instagram of all of us with the Universal logo, and I did put on there that we'd like to hear your thoughts about a potential UK-based theme park. And some thoughts on there. So have you got them up as well?
I've got them up on here as well. So
lovely.
I've got Coaster Crazy Andy. He says it's a no-brainer. It's definitely going to happen. Just waiting on Universal to make statements now.
They won't make a statement until Epic Universe is open.
100%, yeah.
They want the publicity on Epic Universe. I'm going to say probably August. July.
Next year.
Do you not think?
No, yeah.
Well, the thing is, Epic Universe was announced 2019 Epic Universe was announced, August the 1st, 2019. That was 6 years ago. I'm going to take probably 3-4 years to build it. They want to get the plans and excited up for it, at least show a concept art. I wouldn't be surprised if we see probably them officially announce we want to build a park in the UK.
I think January next year. I think that's when we'll hear it. I reckon. Get Epic out the way. Get their big boy flagship. Obviously, then they will advertise everything about.
They've got so much that they're building at the minute. So they've got their Halloween Horror Nights permanent attraction in Las Vegas that they're building. They're building a kids theme park. I think it's Texas.
Oh, mate, they're putting them
right.
Everywhere.
And they've just built Epic Universe. They've just built Universal Studios Beijing, and now they're wanting to build this UK park. I think they would want to announce it a lot earlier than that, though. That's my personal
We'll
opinion.
see. We'll have to see.
Right, Judge Adventures states it will be the face of UK theme park industry forever. Competition breeds innovation, so all other UK parks, especially the ones in closer proximity to Universal UK, will have to innovate in order to complete. And that's a fantastic thing. I think they'll stick and tried, tested IPs. We don't see anything attempt something like Paddington and Doctor Who, at least until they've got an established theme park with IPs that they'll know will work. So I think what Judge Adventure's trying to say there is we'll see potentially just Universal IPs at first, and then probably see UK-based IPs come in. We do know that Universal now have the rights for Lord of the Rings, the theme park rights for Lord of the Rings.
I heard a lot of people, they're not happy about the whole Lord of the Rings. However, though,
I'm not a big fan of it.
But I am. But, you know, everyone's in a different way. Paddington is a bit random, but
Doctor Who
it's not random, but...
Doctor Who would be great.
Yeah, Doctor Who would be fantastic.
But it'd be interesting because Doctor Who is now practically halfly owned by Disney.
I think people are not going to be really bothered in the IPs. I think it's more of the whole immersion of when you step in there.
Park,
the theming is just top notch, all that jazz. So I don't think people really care. But
I know what you mean.
Coast Political. All I know is I miss you all. P.S. give me some Fright Night.
So Halloween Horror Nights. So what we do know, this is actually confirmed, that Universal have trademarked the name Halloween Horror Nights in the UK. Which if we get this park, we are getting Halloween Horror Nights.
Oh my God.
Did you not know that?
No.
Yeah, they trademarked it about a year ago when the land was bought. So
how cool is that?
That would be mental. We won't see Rob.
Oh, no, we won't. We don't see him anyway now, so no change there.
Bolton Dweller says, I absolutely cannot wait. It's going to be great for the local area, so I'm hoping it does get accepted, especially with it all looking good so far. Hopefully it does improve every park and is going to be causing for some parks to have to step up their game.
And there's nothing wrong with a bit of competition here, there, and everywhere.
Yep.
But things like Drayton Manor, or not smaller parks. I say that.
I genuinely don't think the smaller parks will be hit, because I think
it's very family.
It's very family, and also like Thomas Land for Drayton Manor, that still brings in stuff. Peppa Pig World,
true,
for Poltons. Stuff like if we do see Minecraft come to Chessington, Minecraft will keep Chessington going. I think places like Towers and Thorpe are going to be the ones that are going to struggle, and Pleasure Beach.
Theme Park Vision Art. Can't wait. Hope Universal Studios UK gets approved. It gets happening with awesome experience rides. I think he's supposed to say, like, pretty much he's excited for the whole experience.
Yeah.
So, yeah, amazing. It's like I said, it's not just plucked in a ride on a concrete block.
Yeah.
They go all out, literally from the queue line all the way through onto the ride, even when you exit the ride to the shops and stuff. So, yeah. I mean, it's exciting.
It's exciting. I'm really excited to see what we see and what will happen, but yeah. DJ Rob Davidson says Universal will set the standard for UK theme parks and attractions, and that is something we desperately need. Bring it on.
We do.
Yeah.
We need something fresh. I mean, don't get me wrong, Towers, Thorpe and all that jazz. Like, we've just had an incredible 2024, let's be honest. Some amazing rides.
The most investment we've seen in years.
Absolutely. So is that an inkling of, the future for these theme parks?
I think these were in plans for years before. Universal have only just come out of nowhere. Merlin are not going to spend $3 million within 2 months just because Universal.
I'd like to know what would happen, because at the moment they're just saying, well, they've not approved it, so we'll just go our own way. Yeah. But I'd like to know in them board meetings what gets said
about
when it gets approved, and saying, right, yes, the minute the footers get first put down onto the land, it's kind of like, oh dear,
oh shit, things are getting real.
Yeah. So we need to now think about next 4 years of what we're going to do.
Yeah.
But yeah. Okay, Theme Park Thrills 94. I can't wait for it. Hope they combine some different IPs that we see in the UK, but also some of these staple attractions.
So we're looking at stuff like Jurassic Park, Transformers, the stuff that we see at other parks across the world. I just don't think we're going to be seeing attractions from Orlando, because they still want the tourism.
Absolutely.
UK tourism is massive for Orlando. They don't want to be stopping people going over there because they can get it 20 minutes down the road.
No, it's true.
It's true. They need to be putting stuff out that is different.
But do you think Harry Potter?
No. I genuinely, if as much as I do like Harry Potter, it's not my favourite film series, but there's something magical about going to Orlando and doing Diagon Alley, doing Hogsmeade, and then soon to be the Ministry of Magic. I genuinely think they need to keep that as you go to Orlando and do Harry Potter, even though Harry Potter Studio Tours is around the corner.
But my issue is, and this is, everyone keeps going on about Paddington or Doctor Who, or maybe Lord of the Rings may work. The problem with them other two, what I said at the start, is does other countries know who they are? Like when we go to Universal, it's, I can't wait to ride Transformers. Everyone knows what Transformers is, or everyone knows what Harry Potter is.
When I went to Japan, I went to Universal Studios Japan, they have anime characters.
Okay.
In some of the rides. So I don't particularly watch anime. I know there's some people who do, but I don't know them. So realistically, it is, and it's true for Japanese culture.
Okay, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
yeah,
they've got to adapt to what works. So like in Universal Studios Beijing, they've got a Kung Fu Panda land, which Kung Fu Panda is it's a story based in China about a panda. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah,
it's very Chinese. I do think they need to work with IPs that are very much British and value what British is.
I just can't see.
I just don't think we need to be thinking about IPs at the moment.
No.
I think I'm not complaining about people commenting about IPs in the chat. It's more of the fact that I do think we need to be thinking more about, are we getting this park and when we're getting this park, because 2030 is going to be quite an interesting year for UK theme parks. Coast Crave Official says, it's really exciting news and the groundbreaking. I hope Merlin theme parks and other theme parks will be making big changes and spending money or improving their theme parks.
I think they will. I think they have to. I genuinely do. I think they definitely need to spend the money.
I'm starting to see quite a common occurrence with these comments that people are just wanting to see improvements from UK theme parks. Like, the people are not saying here that we're going to see Alton Towers close down. No. They're saying that they want to see Alton Towers step up.
Okay, case to Glitch. He says, I think it's going to be really good for the economy. However, I feel like we need more theme parks in the north.
Right, there's a problem with that. Okay. You look at the north-south divide. I'm going into my geography GCSE right now. The north-south divide. More people travel through London. London Heathrow is one of the most busiest airports in the world. One of the most busiest in Europe as well. People travel through London a lot easier, and Universal are wanting to be closer down there because people are going to be easier connected. Luton Airport is literally what's it, 20 minutes away?
You could argue the fact if you've got Newcastle or you've got Manchester.
I'm sorry, I don't think we're ever going to see Universal Studios Blackpool, are we?
I mean that would have been really interesting to see how Blackpool would have handled that.
I think really in the north, I don't think there's anywhere that's, apart from Manchester and Liverpool, but there's not much room around there that are easily connected. I think London is probably the best option, and the positioning of London. I
think London's got too many.
The Bedford. I think Bedford is actually. I'd say we live closer to Bedford than we do to Thorpe Park. So.
We'll discuss on that in a second.
Thank you for everyone who's commented, but majority everyone has got the same views that they want to see investment and they're really excited for this park.
We literally thank you so much. We literally had loads of comments, and if we do this, we might do like part 2 when we actually do know.
When we do know and we've got more information.
What we was chatting about earlier on, it was, I think I would rather go to Universal than Thorpe Park.
I'm very much on that page. Thorpe Park is
it's a nightmare to get to.
It's just, I'm not a big fan of Thorpe Park anyway. I've never really have. Hyperia's only the decent thing there, and Stealth.
Then the best Nemesis being there.
No. So I'm very much like, I'll get an annual pass for Universal Studios
the minute it happens. And this is another thing as well, cost-wise.
I don't think so, because if you watch it's Disney, I'm talking about Disney here. If you watch the Imagineering story, Michael Eisner, who's the old Disney CEO, talks about when they opened Disneyland Paris and the prices were too high, so they had to bring them down for European market. They charged US prices with the Paris audience.
How much would you pay? I'm
going to go 70 quid for 80 quid for a day. I'd pay 70, 80 quid and then an annual pass. Annual passes at Universal Orlando are actually quite cheap.
You're looking about 300-400 quid, aren't you?
Yeah, so I'm fully down. I'm fully down.
Let us know in the comments below. How much would you pay to get into Universal Great Britain? Like, we're just saying that it's actually happening. But no, if it was happening, let us know how much would you pay to get into the park. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget you follow us on our social medias on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. And if you are new to the channel, make sure you do subscribe and hit this bell icon every time we upload a new video. You
will be notified.
So I'm Dan.
And I'm Jake.
Thank you for watching. And as always,
happy riding.
That's the one. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.